We are live. Might be a little rusty at this. First glance, you may think we're fishing for walleye or white bass, but that's just sitting there. Our action is on the port side. Had to think about it for a minute. I just spun in a half circle. Well, actually, we don't got nothing. That one just dangling in the wind. Broke off. I just left it. We had another one ready to go. We have, what do we got going on? All right. This one's suspended on a float about midway in the water column. That's the triple hook rig out there on the balloon. Here we have one dragging bottom. Actually, I'm wrong. The one suspended out there on the balloon is this one. Don't mind the boat. I know it's filthy. Some won't notice. Some will be like, oh my gosh, look at that. But anyways, I'd rather be fishing than scrubbing. That's what it comes down to. This one's dragging bottom on about a 3.5 foot leader, you know, with the float. And that one also dragging bottom on a shorter leash. One's got a 8/0 hook, maybe a 10, and this one's got 5/0 hook for the smaller ones. So we're going for small and smaller. Nah, we're hoping to catch a big, the one on the planer board out there. The planer board's not really planing because no trolling motor on this boat. The autopilot trolling motors on the boat that's broke. So we're just drifting along. Mother Nature's propelling us. I'm gonna see if I can zoom out some. See, okay, no, it won't let me zoom. See, you can get a wider view of everything. I guess we'll just sit back and watch these rods. Better put my life vest back on. I took it off to put this camera harness on. I'm surprised I even had the camera harness mount, whatever you want to call it, for I didn't plan on going live, but I did have one in this boat. If it's windy, you just have to deal with it, bear with it, whichever you want to say. Like I said, I didn't plan on going live, so I didn't have no microphones, nothing like that. Nothing fancy, just bare bones, right, pup? Speaking of bones, where's yours? It's in there. He got them rawhide. I don't let him eat them. I let him chew on them. But once he starts eating it, I'll take it away and give him another one. Let's see if we can get, might actually just hold this phone in my hand till I catch a fish. Can't, I got the sun right in my eyes, which means anyone watching probably does too. Yeah, you can see both them rods. You won't really see them go down because there's clickers. I do have bells. Ashley, welcome. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. Even though it's always somebody's birthday, as Travis says. That's funny. We was just talking about that last night in Skipjack, Cindy, and Travis's chat. About the whole happy birthday line. And then I go live and the first thing somebody says is happy birthday. See, we got 10 folks in here, but only one person in chat. If there is 10 people in here, say your name, raise your hand, say I, do a roll call. If you don't want to give your name, give your state. And if you're real proud, give your county. And if you'd rather not say, that's all right too. Man, woman, whoever, it sure is a nice day. October, shoot, you can't beat it. Yeah, this boat been covered for like 2 years almost. I just rode it hard, put it away wet 2 years ago, and then, which was a mistake because, so many problems. The boat's never had any problems. I mean, I bought it, broke, and I fixed it, and since then, no problems until I let it sit for, didn't take it out for a whole summer. Unless you have a brand new boat, the worst thing you can do is let your boat and trailer like sit all summer. I thought it was a good thing, don't have to winterize it, just let it sit. It actually ended up being a bad thing because there was like one problem after another. If I didn't fix stuff myself, we'd have either went broke trying to fix it or not had the money to fix it. But I'm sure glad I could do everything, myself. We had trailer problems and boat problems. But I'm convinced if I would have had it out last summer and didn't let it sit, we would have been problem free. There's a couple people. Fish hunter, sometimes. Today we're just letting them go. Brian Mason says hello. Says you alright? Yeah, I'm talking. I'm alright. PA Outdoors couple channel. How you doing? Says cheers. Good luck out there. Yeah, I was out here. Wasn't last night before, and it I think we 3 fish. I measured 1. 2 I didn't even bother to measure because they were so small. But I was happy to catch them, especially if you're driving any distance to get somewhere. It's always good to catch a fish or 2. And we're spinning around right into the sun, which I've been in the sun, but the camera, it's actually gonna be right in the lens. Got 2 likes. Thanks for whoever hit the like. Oh, I can't sit in that chair. It's the most uncomfortable 1990s chair ever. Yeah, I guess you're really not gonna find a chair. It's like 30 years old. It's gonna be comfortable. It's gonna be broken down. All right, we're spinning back around out of the sun. That's a good thing. Well, had 10 people. And we're down to half at it, says. That's okay. That's okay. I guess I can move this paddle out of the way. It's your birthday, so they say. Well, I am drifting on like not having a trolling motor. If I had a trolling motor, this is probably the route I'd be drifting or moving. So we're on a good track with the wind for sure. This point, that extends well out into water, underwater. That's usually got a little action there. Might not be the fish we're looking for, but very well could be. I don't think we're gonna clear that point the way this wind is being funny. It's always funny out at a lake. It's just like a big bowl. And the wind kind of just like swirls. Just forever changing. Who else is in here? Anybody else in here that ain't said hello? What's the wind like right now? Because when I sit down, I'm below the, this blocks some wind. Not that I could do too much about it if it's bad, but just out of curiosity. I got one of those muffs blocking the microphone, them hair curlers. Just was wondering if it was working. You sure tell it's October, because there's not a soul out here on this lake. Well, that's not true. There's a couple people on the bank. Well, the bank people left. They showed up. Dude started screaming at the kids, and they left about 30 minutes. It's a dang shame. Anyways, a couple people. Actually, there's 2 boats over there. Yeah, there's been a couple pleasure cruises right by. I know it's October, but, this pleasurable weather in October, you figured there'd just be more people out taking advantage of it. There's 1,000 boats out here, easy docked. Every little cove has its own little section of docks, and probably 40, 50 boats at each little dock. And there's about 2 dozen of them spread across the lake. I zoomed in still, sure am. Now it says there's 0 people in here. But I'm gonna keep on talking. Sometimes that counter ain't right. So much going on in the world. It's hard not to want to talk about it, but most of the stuff, people rather just not hear, including myself, especially while I'm fishing. Cool. Everybody's out here doing work. I hear pressure washers and jigsaws and leaf blowers. There's 3 people in that campground pressure washing their trailer. I couldn't imagine having the time to do something. I mean, I guess I do. I'm fishing, but lately it takes a lot to get me out here on the water. I'm like, I gotta go through so much. Even this morning, I was ready, thought I was ready to go, and by the time I get done doing what needs done, 4 or 5 hours go by. Probably no one's out here today because of the wind, and the weather did call for partly drizz. Originally it was partly sunny, and then on the way out here, of course, I checked the weather. And it changed to from partly sunny to partial drizzle. Which, shoot, that can, how the weather goes. Partial drizzle can mean anything. I guess I could get those rods a little closer together. One thing that's nice about going live, not necessarily when you got a phone strapped to your chest, but when it's in a tripod, is it captures everything. Like, I don't have enough video memory to record, you know. I have trouble recording a 30-second clip for my phone. It says, not enough storage space available. But being live, it's all there, you know. You don't have to save it. And if something great happens, you caught it on camera. I caught a good one earlier. A few of them. Or 2 or 3, I forget. But one of them was 30 inches. Maybe even 31. I had this chintzy little tape measure. Trying to hold the fish with one hand and measure it with the other, but being on the conservative side, I'd say it was 30 inches. Well, that's what I called it. Well, we spun a great way. I wish we could stay this way because I'd get some 2 planer boards out. Because our stern spun around and we're actually dragging the baits behind the boat as if I had a trolling motor. If we stayed this way, I could get 2 planer boards out the side, you know. I got a pretty good spread going because we got, bite. Oh, shoot. Dude, if I wasn't standing here, I don't have my clicker on and I spooled all my line out. But we do have a fish. Look, I better reel that sucker in before I lose it. But, what was I saying? I gotta loosen this drag. I don't know how that was that tight. All right. There's not much line on here, so I don't have far to go. I broke off. I think it got off, y'all. Did it get? No, it's there. It was swimming at me, which we know what that means. That usually means it's a good one. If anyone's in here, hit that like button, because it's live action, as Squirrel Man used to say. My thing's broke on here, so I got to slide it back and forth while dealing with this fish. Dang, it keeps swimming at me. I know there's a fish on here. Whew. Sorry for the jerky camera, and there ain't nothing I can do about that. This thing's swimming right at me like crazy. My arms are burning on both sides. And we got buoys behind us. Dude, this thing's, is there not a fish on there? Yeah, there's one. Where's my net? I don't understand how a little fish was acting like that. I thought I had a big one. Like, it was just steady swimming at me the whole time. It's missing an eye, that's why. It's angry. Being a one-eyed fish, you're gonna have to be an angry one to survive. Mean and angry. One-eyed terror. Whew. Where's them buoys? Oh, we're all right. Oh, we're past one buoy already. All right, let's get this puppy. I thought the dog slept all night. I mean, I slept for about 5 hours and the dog was on the floor next to me, next to the couch. I could have swore he was sleeping the whole time, but he's been sleeping since we got here like he was up all night. These dang grips, they don't ever work on these little fish. He's all tangled. Let's see if we can get the hook out first. Yeah. All right, we'll let this puppy go. Anybody want to guess how many inches it is? I'm not gonna weigh it because that'd be too difficult for a little guy like this. But we can measure it. If anybody's curious. There he is. Any guesses for the inch? Somebody guesses and they come within half a pound, I'll send you some homemade rattles I made on the 3D printer. How many inches? How many inches? It is. Oh, I said how many. I wasn't weighing it. Shoot. I'm talking about guess the weight. I said I wasn't going to weigh it. Guess the inches. We'll weigh it just in case anybody. All right, I got the inches. We'll weigh it just in case anybody did type many pounds for the guess. Tickle, tickle. Open up, fishy, so I can get these grips on you. Yeah, we'll wait, just in case. It won't take long. Got the scales between my legs. On 0. There's that. Get your guesses in. Stop. There's probably no one even guessing. I ain't looked at chat. I ain't had no time. All right, there's the weight. This puppy go. Be a good keeper if we were keeping him. Dang, some grips work not good, and then some more grips work too good. Yeah, we might clear that point. I didn't think well, it's too early to say, but like I said, we're on a good. If I have my trolling motor, this is probably the area I'd be pulling over. Cool, look at them clouds. Went from looking great to not so good. That fish did an awful thing to my net. Or did I do an awful thing to my net? Was that not supposed to go through there? We having fun yet? Come on, get off that bar. Dang it. Please? Huh. That's all it needed was a little niceness. Like I said, that was an angry fish. It only had one eye. So in my opinion, to have one eye and survive in the wild, you gotta be extra angry. I'm not kidding, that thing was swimming at me the whole time. Like, I never even got really a feel for it, other than all the line was out and I was spooled and about pulled the pole into the water. It started tipping up over the edge. Like, shh. If you didn't see it, go back about 10 minutes. I was sitting down and the pole just, actually I stood up. I stood up to do something and the pole was in between my legs and it come up and bopped me. I thought I had the clicker on. I forgot to turn it on. Almost pole overboard. All right, we need some more bait because that crazy one-eyed catfish. Oh, that's my food. That ain't bait. That's lunch. Dog food and people food. What'd I do with that bait? You know what? I think it was in that bag. There's a bag within that bag. Steel City Fishing. I don't even remember what that thing weighed. 2.66. Yeah. You was closest, because I was going to say 2. Anyone within like a quarter or a half pound. But yeah, you're the closest. Trying to think of a good email to send and give you. Oh shoot. You could do yeah, if you want some rattles, I'll send you some that I printed on my printer. Just email curtislee84 at icloud.com. That's C with a, Curtis with a C. Curtis Lee, Lee 84. Oh, we're around that buoy. Dang it. curtislee84 at icloud.com. Email me your address and I'll send it to you. Did we just clear it? Either way, my line's dragging along it. Probably a steel wire cable anchored from bottom. Let's see, we were coming this way. That was on that side of it. Yeah, I'm around it. I gotta start the engine up. We're gonna reel some in. That's okay, because this one's not even in the water. Man, we were on a perfect drift too. We were gonna clear that point. Yeah, we gotta be around that buoy. I was thinking, we might not even be around it. Good time to check the bait anyways on this one, because with the waves out there, that balloon's bobbing up and down like the whole time. It's hard to tell. Yeah, we're snagged now. It's hard to tell if it's getting a bite or not. So, well, there's one piece, 2 pieces of bait. And we got over bait on that triple hook rig. Yeah, we're around that puppy. Oh, ouch, hooking the finger. All right. That stuff's good. I guess we'll move that just in case. All right, it's okay, doggy. We're just starting her up. You don't gotta get up. It's all right. All right, let's go get this puppy. We're probably gonna have to cut it. I feel like I'm deep sea trolling. I'm glad it wasn't the other one that one has no line on it, barely. That's the one that fish didn't spool, so I didn't turn the clicker on and all the line went out. I'm hoping I can just loop around this buoy right out there and get my line off of it, but something tells me it ain't gonna be that easy. Oh, I'm about to run the line over. That dog's like, I'm out of here. I don't know what's going on, but I'm out of here, he says. It's all right, pup. You want some of your dog feed now? Go ahead, you can get it. There's our planer board. And there's the planer board. And there's the buoy we're wrapped around. Oh, blower's still on. Oh, music's on. Gotta turn that off. Oh, just popped the planer board. I didn't want that to happen because it could follow the line down to the snag and we lose the planer board also. Yeah, see, that planer board's wanting to go down underwater. I don't want that to happen. All right, we gotta sit down and go back around it. stopped on the far side of that buoy, but this wind's kicking up. I had a good bit of line out behind that planer board also. I shouldn't have went this far away from it, because if I gotta cut my line, I'm gonna possibly lose. Oh, don't want to tighten that. I'm gonna possibly lose line. Alright, let's see if we can jerk this free. Not with that planer board on there, we're not, I can tell you that. Yeah, I should have just went and got that planer board first. That's what we'll do. Let's have a seat and go get it. Nope. Alright, bumper out of gear. Yeah, see, I wasn't even paying attention. Not at all when that happened. Oh, dang, we just went under the boat. We're getting all messed up here, y'all. You know what? I'm just shutting her off. We'll figure it out. I just want my planer board back, mainly. We're gonna have to jump up there. There's the planer board. What are we caught on? There's nothing on the bottom of the boat to be caught like that. There's the bow eye, but it's like up there. Let me get this planer board back first. How about that? See, now I don't even want to start the engine up because I don't know where that line is. I know it's not hung on the out drive because we didn't go over it that much. Live action. I got a big long net, so I don't really have to paddle that far. That should do it. Watch out, pup. You know what? We can get that with the net. Ouch. I wish that planer board didn't pop off. Oh, we got unsnagged. Thank you, baby Jesus. That was pure luck. Pure luck. Pure luck. Zero skill involved there. I can't believe we got free. That's insane. Insane, doggo. Hey, we're still in the same exact spot where with the snag happened, pretty much. So we'll still get to follow the path I wanted to follow. Not having a trolling motor, it's working out pretty good. Alright, take that planer board off her. Let that go back down. I haven't got my bait still. How about that? Let that hit bottom. And put that planer board back on there. It hit. I felt it. I think. No, there it goes. No. I felt something on its way down. Something hit the line. Had to been a fish of some sorts, because there's nothing nothing on, no trees or grass, or it's just all mud out here. All mud bottom. Give her a little swingy. A 1, a 2, a 3. Let some line out, and Mother Nature changed us. We're gonna have to put the poles on the starboard side of the boat. Now we gotta get back down. Oh, you hear that knee pop? If you did, that was my knee. What are you doing in there, doggy? You better not went to the bathroom. I'll be in big trouble. And get thrown overboard. I gotta get down without putting too much weight on this old windshield. Come on, dog. I don't need you there, too. Oh. He's like, I'm out of here. You're gonna fall on me. Squish me. All right, planer board's going out. Let that one do its thing. All right, let's get this other one back out. We need one piece of bait. We caught 2 fish on this suspended triple hook rig today, and 1 fish on bottom, I believe. Oh, we gotta set our depth with that balloon. I haven't looked at chat in forever, so if anyone said anything semi-important, go ahead and repeat yourself, and I'll check chat here in a second. Now that's weird, that balloon. Oh, that's not that balloon. I thought that was my dragon bottom float. That's my suspended one. I'm like, how'd that balloon get twice that size? Alright, we'll let that one drift out there. One, two, where's number 3? What is that sound? Oh, my reel clicking. The lever's not fully engaged. Dang, that planer board's out there country mile. I'm glad it was clicking, or I would have done forgot about it. Alright. Yeah, we had the poles on this side, but the wind changed, so we're gonna have to change with it. Now I'm back to what I was doing 20 minutes ago before I got snagged on that buoy, which is getting bait. And I already been in this bag once, seen food, and closed it up, and then realized that the bait was in there. It's in a separate bag. There we go. XXX bait. Gotta put them X's on there so I don't cook it up at home and eat it on accident. Bark, 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 bark. Yeah, this is the one that hardly has any line on it. It got sucked up in a jet ski last year, and I'm still using the same old line. Like to get my money's worth. This is actually the mono backing that was never even supposed to be line. It was the backing for the braid. And I lost about 90% of my braid. Ended up tying the braid to the mono. Alright, we're letting some, I'm gonna hold on to this so I don't forget it. I gotta lock that planer board down because it's just a clicking. It's too much tension. There we go. See, we're almost already down to the bare spool. Let a little bit more out because I'm gonna try to catch one more fish before I make a move, or at least see how long we gotta go before we get a bite. I guess we can get all... Oh, my suspended rig's tangled on the out drive. It shouldn't be tangled though. There's no fish. Chill, pump your brake. Pump your brakes. There's nothing. I'm snagged. He gets more excited than I do, huh? Right down. Oh, you're okay. Take a nap. Get a suntan. There's no fish. It's okay. I already showed it to you, dude. You want some dog feed? He still thinks there's a fish. He hears them bells jingling. That's why. Huh, that's why. No, just stay up there. Alright. We need to swallow some of this sugar. I'd like that balloon to be a little bit further away from the boat. Actually, the gray clouds resided, and the sun shone itself again in the windshield. But really, that could be a bad thing for fishing. Hey, don't drink that. Hey. Don't drink the bilge. That's cocky. I get you some clean water. If I don't have the boat jacked up enough, tilted back, the water pools in the bow instead of draining out the stern. And the crazy thing is to get it jacked up enough so it drains out the stern, out the plug, you have to, you got to jack all the way up. And then it gets all wobbly and tipping. Basically, it's sketchy when you jack it all the way up. I don't even know how water got in there because we didn't have any rain from Friday night to now. No rain. Okay, let's sit back. Seems like every time I sit down, I get a bite. Let's see if it rings true. All right, hey, mister, that's enough. There's no dog bathroom on here. Hey, come. Sedson. Okay, Edson, see, you're choking. Drinking it too fast. Well, I said them gray clouds are gone. They just moved a little, actually. Oh, pop. I know you're bored. No birds out here in the middle. No one cutting grass. Nothing for you to look at. Huh. Nothing but water. I know the feeling. You're still huffing and puffing from inhaling that water. You need to just chill. Take a breather. Where's your ball? Probably under the seat where everything rolls. He keeps eating acorns, or I don't know if he's just chewing on them. I think he's just chewing on them because I keep finding wet ones, dog slobber on the floor. He's more anxious than me to get a fish. I'm just chilling, and he's like on it. And he's like, we want some fish. I'm licking my lips. I'm watching the bobber, the planer board, and I can't see the third rod. Ah. Is that how you feel, pup? He's actually watching that sailboat. It's a tiny one. With all this wind, you figure they'd be sailing, not using their gas engine. Anywho. That third one, tip's bouncing because it's a soft trolling rod. And that's the one with suspended under the balloon. The waves make that balloon up and down, so in turn. So does the rod tip. I actually should have that one on one of them too, because those are like broomstick heavy. They won't bend. I use those two for my planer boards though, because if I put the planer boards on those trolling rods, the rod tips just surge or pump, whatever you call it, the whole time. Just up, and the planer boards are back there flipping on their side. And we're spinning. Which way will Mother Nature blow us? The way I'm fishing, it really doesn't matter which way we're going, because they're all separated. It might matter for the camera, because we just had a bite on that one, the third one. It'll matter for the camera because the lines will be going over top our heads. And then I'd be sitting on the other side of the boat, and y'all wouldn't be able to see. Unless I move the rods back on that side, which I'm not doing that again, because I just moved them. There's a wake boat. The water's warmer than the air right now. Okay, what's chat saying? The animals asked if they were biting. Don't know how long ago that was. I just glanced at the chat. Yeah. Not as much as I'd like them to bite, but been consistent. About a fish every 45 minutes to an hour, which that's not great, but it's better than sometimes. Sometimes it's a big fat 0. I thought he was just jumping in the water. He stretched out and looked sure like he was about to jump. We was on the river like a month ago, and I didn't even hear a splash. I just happened to look back, and he's treading water behind the boat trying to catch up. I was idling, coming up on a no wake zone or idle speed zone, and so we were going about 4 mile an hour, 5 mile an hour. I look back, and he's treading water behind the boat. I still don't know if he fell in or jumped in. I'm convinced he jumped in because we were out on the main channel of the Ohio River with recreational boats and barges and waves and wind, and he's, never lost his balance. We get on the back channel heading in, smooth as can be, like glass, no waves, and he's in the water. So if he didn't fall in out in the chaos on the main channel, I'm pretty sure he just decided to jump in. Steel City Fishing said he ate an acorn once. Big mistake. Could you chew it up? Yeah, German Shepherds, they're cool dogs, but they're a handful. That's for sure. I'm used to Great Danes. People think Great Danes need a lot of space, which, granted, if they have the space, they'll use it, They'll sprint the length of 2-3 football fields all in one stride. But at the same time, they'll sit in a house and eat, sleep, and go outside a little. They can be happy dogs sleeping pretty much most of the day. Some dogs, if you don't run them like him, if you don't have his daily running, biking, walking, he's just had a bite. As soon as I looked away from the camera, the third one had a bite. But yeah, if you don't have his daily energy burn, oh, he's insane. He's a crazy dog. Like, a person that didn't know him, that didn't know how to handle him, they would be saying, take this dog to the pound. You just have to know how to handle him and understand he has major energy, and if that don't get burned off, he will act insane. We had a bite on this one. Oh, I think we do have a fish because the clicker wasn't on. Yeah, I think we had a fish all along. Nah, there's no fish. Sure felt like it. The clicker wasn't engaged, so I thought there was a fish on there just pulling out line. 20 feet. I want to set that depth a little bit lower on that balloon. Excuse me. Alright, that's more to my liking. Try to usually get it midway in the water column until I get an idea. I'm not going to be able to clear that fishing line until I get an idea where they're biting at. Put it in the middle, 3 hooks on it. If they all keep biting on the top hook, we'll, make it up higher in the water column. If they're biting on the bottom hook, you put it lower in the water column. I just about stepped in his dog bowl. He thinks there's a fish. Let's see. Is that the video you can kill? Yeah, you can. I gotta take a break for a second. I'll be right back. I gotta find my charger for my phone. I'll be back in 30 seconds. That's crazy. I climbed into the bilge, or not the bilge, but the cabin, and my charger wasn't even in there. It was in my pocket. I'm trying to get this microphone muff thingamajig back on there. Alright, where's this charger? Come on. Found the charger bank, but now I can't find the charging cable. Oh, there it is. At the rate I've been catching fish, we should be catching a fish any minute now. Dang. Alright, there we go. There we go. See, I'm trying to put that through that thing to block the wind. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I didn't plan on going live today, so I don't have no microphone. So, like, that wind muff thingy is not done. Probably just be a little bit of wind. And that's that. Are we charging? Yeah, we're charging, but the light's not. Oh, it is lit up. You just can't see it in the dark. In the dark, listen to me. In the daylight. We need lunch. That's what we need, dog. I just said there's no boats out, and all of a sudden they'll come out. It's good to see people enjoying the resource. Most people are taking their boats out of the water for the year. This place is October 15th. You gotta get your boat out of the water. Alright, that's got enough line out. Oh, I see how that happened. That's alright though. Yeah, fishy. I call for fishy and doggy comes. Huh. Your answer to fishy, doggy, anything, huh? He wants to swim. That's his problem. He's used to coming out and swimming, but he's gonna have to learn that winter coming, you can't be jumping in the water. Dog don't care. Water's water. Doesn't think twice if it's summer, winter. Jump in and come out and be an ice cube. We're getting bites. One of them got a 8 or 10-aught hook, and one's got a 5-aught hook. So whatever one keeps getting bit but not hooking up, it's the bigger hook. The hook's too big. See, they just keep fooling with it. Dude, so what are you getting in, pub? What you got? I hear you rattling. And we got a bite on that one. See, they're just playing musical rods. I mean, how fast are we moving? We could be going, 0.4. We could be bumping stuff, but I don't think. We're not really moving that fast. All right, pup, hold on. I'll get it. I hear something. I hear you going crazy down here. Let me see what's down here. It better not be an acorn. I've been throwing acorns out of the boat all morning. But that's not what he's after, because he could have got that. Let's see. Bucket. What's down? Oh, tennis ball. How the heck did he know that thing's down there? How the heck did he know that thing was down there? Is that what you wanted? Is that what you wanted? Huh? Oh, now I gotta get up. Oh, bricks. Yeah, that's what he wanted. A tennis ball. I know he's gonna drop it in the water. He thinks it's a game. Drop the ball in the water. And then I get the net and get it. Dude, I just gave it to you. You can get that. Look, get it. It's right there. There you go. I'm not gonna get it for you every time you whine. See? I knew you could do it. Let me see it. I'll throw it. Oh, yeah, dropped it in the bilge. You know, it's nice to catch a few fish. Because now I don't feel like I got to stay here all day. You know how that goes when you're out there and you're determined to get one. Hey, don't drink that. Get the ball and get out of there. What are you after, pup? I always worry when he's digging around because I try to be cautious of all my hooks. But over the years, it's just a fact that a hook's going to get dropped now and again. Well, I wanted to drift past that point over there where that campground is, because the terrain is like, you know, perfect to hold fish. But we're still on a good path. But our path's gonna be over shortly because we can only go so far. Hold on, doggy. Let me get the... Oh, sorry. Get this ball for him. Take it. How long have I been live? 60 minutes, it says. All right, the animal. I just seen your message. I'm sure you split, but if not, thanks for stopping by and thanks for watching. I just wanted to go live and say hello to some people. Let them know I'm still above ground. For the few that may care. I've been saying I'm meaning to get going live again regularly, but I'm lucky to just even get to fish, somewhat regularly. Like, it's a struggle for me to go fishing any more than like 5 days a month, which is crazy because, I used to fish 5 days a week. Now what are you after, Diesel? Yeah, my kid named him Diesel. I was gonna name him Shep. He never picks any names out for his animals, so since he finally did for the dog, I was like, sure. Well, better look behind us and see where we're heading. Heading for some rocks. Well, are we? Yeah, not for that point, but we are heading. Still 20 feet deep. And flip the blower on just so we can be ready. Decisions. Now I don't know. The wind's picking up. So that means I kind of got to get off the main lake and find a cove. I know I'm hungry for lunch. I think my plan is reel these in, eat a bite for lunch. If I can find a cove where the wind is calm a bit, we'll pull up in there and try to catch some fish. I'll go live again here in a little bit. I was gonna troll today. I actually brought everything to troll, but we've been after them catfish so far. Finish reeling these in. Fishy Thing says hi, hello. Thanks for stopping by. I just reeled the dang charging cable up in the fishing line reel. I'm gonna reel these in and go eat some lunch. Well, not go, but find somewhere to stop and eat. And then I'll go live again here for a little bit. I guess we'll give it a round 2. Give it round 2. Give it a second go around. Probably be about 15-20 minutes. Yeah, reel these in and make a move and eat lunch and all that. Well, I'll put that up there. try not to put the hook down bottom near the reel, because the dog, he see a piece of chicken on there, might liable to try to eat it. I usually leave them up at the top so you can't reach them, but for some reason that one I didn't. Alright, yeah, we're on the third one in. Yeah, we drifted from all the way. There's a boat out there, way beyond where that boat's at. About 3 times the distance of that boat. We drifted. Caught some fish. About the same as I did Friday night. Caught some fish. Start up that old 350. Purrs like a kitten. Anyways, I'm gonna end this. Grab a bite. Yeah, I'm just gonna drift into them rocks. I'll be live again in about 20 minutes. Try to find a cove with no wind in it. Anyone that stayed and watched, thank you. And